more than that. Do better is not good enough. Do better is not good enough to fully grown, musty people. Big grown, musty men, you talking about do better. Like you that powerful where that's going to change them. Ain't no man that powerful. Now, if Jesus Christ said do better, which he says in his word, but I'm talking about physically in the flesh in our time right now. If Jesus Christ say do better, everybody would probably do better. But you're not Jesus Christ, are you? So therefore, your words of saying do better does nothing. Now, but here's the punchline though. If you said more with your influence, you could change all of this. Don't you see how close you are? You got millions of dollars. You got all this influence. And you could tweet and say, you know what? Y'all need to chill out on all that shooting and all of that. Y'all need to chill out on that, bro. Y'all doing worse than these police out here. Y'all worse than these police shooting people out here. You worse than these white folks used to be. How they used to kill us. You worse than them now. And you know how that would change? Just you saying that. You see how close you are, but the devil holds you back, don't he? He holds you back because you scared. You're scared of rejection. You're scared you will get canceled, especially now. Back in the day, I would say 90s to probably 2000 what? 10? Around that time, maybe 2013, 14. I say from the 90s to about 2014, it was more about rejection. You didn't say what needed to be said because you were scared of rejection. You were scared of rejection. You were scared to be rejected by the black community. You were scared they were going to reject you. You were scared because you ain't had nowhere else to go because you isolated yourself to just black people. That's a 7. That's you. And it ain't that hard to make friends of a different color. You need to do it. So you can see how human beings, how the whole full spectrum of human beings, how we all act, how different people act. You need to see that. You need to see how other people act and treat each other. This is what I'm saying. See, you think this is a gimmick. This is in me naturally. You can't define me, but God, I can define you. Well, you don't know me, but I see you, though. You don't see me, but I see you. Well, how you see me? Huh? I can define you. You don't even know me to define me. I got enough information on you to define you. So how you trying to define me anyway? That's a 7, Al. How you trying to define me anyway? With your lack of information on me. Oh, you listen to what these high school clown type people told you. You listen to them. How about now though? When everybody out here calling me kings and all of this. Man, come on, man, stop playing with me. All I'm saying is, man, I'm speaking the truth and you can't intimidate me. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you feel about me. You can reject me. You could, all of that. I'm a grown man. I'm 42. I'm 41 years old. I don't need acceptance from people anymore. When you get my age, you don't need acceptance. Now, 20 years ago, when I was 21, I may have felt some need for that. But 20 years later, man, I'm chilling in my own space. I don't care nothing about acceptance. I'm not out here like trying to be, among everybody like that. I don't care about no acceptance. So then, therefore, I'm free to speak my mind and therefore to speak the truth as well. I'm going to say it all. I'm going to continue where you left off, where you stopped talking. See, you know what Tupac said? He said, He said young men, black men stop talking when they get in their 30s. They stop telling the truth. I guess I have excelled past the expectations of the high-ranking people in your community, haven't I? Because I'm 41 years old and I'm still talking. I understand that because people they accept the reality that the white man ruled over them. He don't rule over me. And he now see that. You can't rule. You can try to manipulate. You can try to be in my space. You can try to astral project, use all kind of witchcraft and all of that, but it's all coming back. That's why you got COVID-19, mass shootings, gas prices, inflation. Your community is toe up from the flow up, from the fro up. On above your afro, bro. The world toe up. America toe up specifically. That's all I'm saying. You have become desensitized. You worried about racist people, and you ain't worried about killing black killers, people that kill black people. You ain't worried about that. You more worried about weeding out the racist moles in your community. That part. But you're not worried about all these killings in your community at your own hands. You have, in fact, become your own worst enemy. You have made this turn more clear to all of us. You have actually become your worst enemy. And the worst part is, now these days, is that you got cancel culture. So now nobody really can't say nothing to you. Except for prophets like me. See, a prophet goes beyond his color. He knows he's black. Or whatever color he is. Or she is. But we are God's people. We don't care nothing about that flesh and blood. We don't care nothing about that. We're going to speak the truth about who's the problem and who's doing what they're, all the reality of situations. What everybody's really doing. What's really going on, in other words. This doesn't make me for white people, and this doesn't make me against black people. This is simply the truth. You have become the biggest murderous problem in the country. Look around. Who's killing people more than you? Who? You can't say white people out here killing, taking lives. That's what we're talking about right now. Butt naked as an issue. Who's killing people the most? Who? Who's killing people the most? It's you. And I've warned you that eventually some Republican politician is going to put you away from the community. Because they're going to see it like they ain't going to have no compassion. They're not going to have the compassion and the biased perspective that you have towards each other, where you overlook it, where you're desensitized towards it. They're going to be very sensitive towards it. They're going to have real feelings that lives are being lost, and they're going to decide to put you away from the community or put you under more control and even possibly something like martial law. That's what's going to happen because it's too out of control, man. It's too out of control. And the thing about it is, see, what the black leaders need to realize, see, from you not checking stuff all the time, guess what has happened? Guess what has happened? Guess what has happened? You can't even, the mentality is so bad, you can't even get a hold of it now. You can't get a hold of it now. You can't even affect that anymore. These kids gone mad. How you going to change that? Who's going to change it? Oh, what you looking to people like me to change it? You got to remember, a lot of y'all offended me. Oh yeah, I got to get a bag. Hey, Papa got a brand new bag. That need to be my song. Boom. I need a brand new bag up in here for all the injustices that's been done to me. Hey, look, it's an American joint effort, so y'all need to figure it out in a joint effort kind of fashion. Who needs to get my bag? Papa need a brand new bag, baby. So I'm just letting you know, I ain't helping you. I'm helping you, but not helping you. Make sense? That's what you need anyway. You need somebody to help you, but not help you. That part, that's a 7. Yeah, you looking for help. You looking for me to help you and help you in other ways. And I'm out here broke. Man, the audacity of people to be so selfish and self-centered and narcissistic, sitting up thinking about themselves like that. You know what you need to be thinking about? How desensitized you are, how callous your mind, heart, and soul is to your own people dying. How did you become so desensitized? And the way you know you are, let me give you this analogy. Let's look at if slaves, African-American slaves were brought to the present time, October 25th, 2022, and they seen all these killings going on. What would you think they would think? Oh my God, it's not white people killing black people. It's us killing ourselves. What has happened? They will probably get spooked and scared, want to die. They would want to die seeing this going on. Why are they killing each other? If I was their guide and I brought them into the future and I was guiding them and I was standing with them and I say, look what has happened to this country. Look what has happened to our people. So I take them to all the hardest neighborhoods, all the hardest ghettos. I'm talking about if we was time traveling, right? And I took a handful of slaves and I took them with me. I said, okay, this is a real bad neighborhood. This is a real bad neighborhood. Violent neighborhood. They take pride in the violence that they bestow on each other. And they bestow on other people. They take pride in it. Serious pride. And they don't kill white people who oppress them. They still oppress them. They still oppress us. They still do. But they do not kill them. They kill each other. They kill each other. And I think the slaves would bawl and cry and would not be able to believe that the African Americans have come to killing each other. How did it happen? How did this happen? But yet, here you are. And this is how you know you're desensitized, because if we brought people from the first people that came here, the first African Americans that came here, if we brought them here, they would be so sensitive to you killing each other, they would probably want to die. And look at you. It's like you walk over dead bodies every day. You don't say anything. You see who the enemy has become? Oh, I know. See, that's a 7. The enemy has become you. Oh, you thought it was me. Well, did you see me kill anybody black? Huh? You have become your own worst enemy. You have become the enemy to African Americans. Because let me tell you this, and this is true. If racist white skinheads, neo-Nazis, and all these other racist white militias, if they were out here killing you in your neighborhoods, you know what you'll be doing? You'll be going riding around looking for them. If racist skinheads, neo-Nazis was killing you on a daily basis in America as you're killing yourselves, you would have been went to war long time ago. You would have went to war a long time ago. Young people included. You would have got choppers, SKSs, AK-47s, 12 gauges, sawed-offs, and you would have went to war. You would have looked at it like that. This is a war, a race war. It's time. But when it came to your own people, you became desensitized. That's the word. Now you see why I'm using it. People say a million things what you are concerning black on black killings. I'm telling you that you're desensitized. That's why you ain't got to the bottom of it, because you don't know what term, you don't know how to define it. You don't know what term to use. The term is desensitized. And you think I'm playing a game. You think I'm clout chasing. You think I'm trying to get on. You think I'm trying to make myself known. No, I'm doing what God got me to do. If I was trying to get on, I'd say all the right stuff towards you, wouldn't I? I'd say everything to stroke your ego. I'd say everything you like. I'm telling you what you don't like. You have become desensitized. You're calloused towards the killings that's happening in your community at the hands of your community. Now, when it comes to the police, you ain't desensitized. Let a police do a shooting right now. New York, all everybody watching, looking. You know that cop killed somebody in Times Square for nothing. Yeah, right over there, by that McDonald's. Yo, shot him right there near the McDonald's. Yeah, but you see how you are as a human here in America. That's a 7. You as a human here in America, you will sit up and be outraged about a cop killing somebody down in Times Square by McDonald's down there. And then when it happens in Harlem, or it happens in Brooklyn, or it happens in Staten Island, the Bronx, you ain't got nothing to say. It's just another day, huh? And the reason why is because subconsciously it appeals to you in your culture. But you know what doesn't appeal to you in your culture? Hear me good, here it is. Police killing you. That's not in the music, is it? That's not in the movies, is it? Not in an appealing way, right? Not in an appealing way. It's not in the movies. Black people being killed by police. It doesn't come off as appealing, does it? In the music or in the movies, does it? It doesn't do it. But you know what does come off as appealing in the music and in the movies? You killing each other. And that's why you're not saying anything. Because it appeals to you and you're desensitized towards it. So subconsciously speaking, you got to understand the subconscious. I'm going to start doing videos on real good videos on the subconscious. You need to understand your subconscious and how it works. You are a human. You're not a robot. You have the same set of design that we do. You got a conscience and a subconscious. in your subconscious, black on black killings appeals to you. You like it a little bit. You like seeing a black person get their head blowed off. You like it in the music where somebody talking about running up on somebody. It appeals to you as well. The second word is appeal. Black on black killings are starting to appeal to you and your culture. The second word is appeal. You wasn't ready for that, was you? Appeal. Appeal. When you hear it in the music. Appeal when you see it in the movies. Appeal when it's all over social media. Appeal is the word. It appeals to you in your subconscious. In your subconscious, you like seeing black people beat each other up. You don't like seeing white people beat up black people, do you? But you're entertained on World Star by black people killing each other, shooting each other, fighting each other, running and shooting houses up. Let a white boy do it. And you're not entertained. You know why? Because in your subconscious, you don't like that. So it explains why you can run out here and protest downtown as soon as the police kill somebody. You can go downtown and protest. You jump right on the train and go protest. But when you see it on the news at 5 o'clock news that some black guy done killed innocent children, you don't jump on no train and do nothing, do you? You don't go down there to the neighborhood and protest. You can do that. Let me tell you what you should do. You should go down to the neighborhood where it happened and rally together and protest around wherever the house is that the boy you lived at. Because he ain't no man. Wherever he lived at, you need to go rally and make it miserable for the house where he lived at. Because his parents sure didn't raise him right. Obviously not. Sometimes it's out of the parents' hands, but most times they didn't raise him right. You need to go do a protest down there. Then, in the center of the neighborhood, because other people are just as bad in the neighborhood, you need to go then from the person's house that did the shooting around his house, go protest. I don't care if it's 1,000,000 people out there. Y'all need to go protest around the house and then go to the center of that neighborhood and protest there. All you got to do is say, stop the killing, stop the killing, stop shooting each other, stop the killing. You ain't got to have nothing profound to say. You don't have nothing profound to say when you go down and talk about these police killing each other. I mean, killing black people. You don't say nothing necessarily profound, per se. You just go down there and make your presence known and keep protesting until people get the point. Until you break the perspective that it is okay. That's a 7. Protesting is all about breaking the spirit that it is acceptable to do this kind of stuff. It's all about breaking that energy down, making people feeling like it's okay, it's all good to be doing that. That's what protesting is all about. That's what it's all about. Breaking the energy and the spirit of it. This is okay. This is normal to do this stuff. That's what it's all about. And it is effective a lot of times. But we don't see you breaking the spirit or breaking the energy that it's okay for black people to kill black people in the hood. We don't see you doing it. You're not breaking that spirit. In fact, rappers are joining the roster of the ghetto community and making it appeal to kill each other. That's what's really going on. So like I said, back to the subconscious. Your subconscious inside of it, it appeals to you a little bit for black people to go bang on somebody black. It appeals to you a little bit because that's the images that you see. If you seen I'm gonna show you how images are important. If you was watching TV and you seen the images of police shooting down black people, how you react to that? If you heard a song talking about police killing black people, how did that make you feel? If you seen something on social media where cops are killed a black person, you seen a video of it, how did it make you feel to see a cop image kill a black image? How did it make you feel? That's what I'm asking. It didn't appeal to you, did it? But when you see images of black people killing black people, it appeals to you. You don't want to accept that, do you? You don't want to accept it, do you? In your subconscious, when you see a black image kill another black image, you are cool with it. You cool with it. You cool with it. You cool with it. And that's for your culture. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Don't speak for the culture if the culture is not exhibiting the same behavior that you are. What everybody is showing signs of is that it's cool to go ahead and to see a black image kill another black image, whether it's on TV or it's in the music. And you can say, well, I'm one of those types that, well, if somebody deserve it, I give it to them. But check yourself for real, though. Sometimes they don't even mention if the person deserved it. They talking about just killing another black person. That part, that's a 7. Oh, yeah, sometimes it ain't Pacific. So now it's done come to the point where it's just appealing that black people kill black people. You think it's cool. It appeals to you. It don't make you feel the same way that it makes you feel when a white man doesn't do it. When a cop does it make you feel the same way? That's how they got you. They got you through the culture. They got you through the music. They got you through all that. It made you feel in your subconscious that it's appealing, even appealing to do this. Not just that you're doing it to survive, but also that let's make a song about it. Let's jam about it. Let's jam. Let's talk about killing. How we'll kill these people around here. Let's make a song about it. See, I understand the difference between survival and unnecessary killings. That's a 7. I understand the difference between survival and unnecessary killings. Now, do you? Because you got people out here that feel like they need to defend their lives against an enemy that wants to be relentless. When you have an enemy that wants to be relentless, they gotta die. They're getting off on being relentless. It appeals to them to be relentless. Therefore, they're like rabid dogs that you gotta put down. Now that's black, white, here in America. All different other colors. When somebody's relentless, they're like rabid dogs. See, unlike you, I'm not necessarily per se relentless. I'm just an advancing soldier. While you're playing games and trying to throw heavy shots, I'm just consistently advancing. As you can see, and you're consistently being defeated. It's just an educated observation. When you got COVID-19, different variants, mass shootings every month, it's just an educated observation. See, the difference between me and you is, in my subconscious, anybody can get it. That includes white, Hispanic, Latino, and Asian, and anything else in between. That's my subconscious. Anybody can get it, including you. Hey, I wouldn't be an equal person if only black people could get it. Now you see where I'm going with this? I wouldn't be practicing equality as far as right and wrong. It was just and it wasn't unjust if I'm only giving it to black people. See, what you got to understand is a well-kept secret is a lot of black people are actually scared of white people. They've heard so many stories. They're scared of white people. For real. Especially old school. Old school, they hide it very well. But many older people are very respectful to white people and scared of white people. Because they came up in an era where it was just happening and nothing was being done. But now we're in a place where God's judgment is on the table, big baby. Ain't nobody scared of no white man. Not here. Ain't nobody scared of him. Ain't nobody scared of him. Because you see, in my particular situation, first of all, you got 44 states with child marriage, bro. I'm talking about the real issues. You are marrying children, white men. Oh, you think black people passed those laws? That's a 7. Al, got you. You think black people pass laws to marry children in America? Do you think black people, African American people, pass the laws for children to be married to adults? It's not our culture. It's not our culture. It's not our culture. It's white culture. Hey, bro, you got to take that. As far as you white supremacists, yeah, you always talking about it's your country. You always talking about it's your country. Well, it's your country now. With 44 states with child marriage. Yeah, that's your country too, buddy.